go. We're sending it to there. So now if I go here, there's your scoreboard. Don't touch it!
Okay, I'll put that aside in a second.
What about the clock? On the scoreboard or on the machine itself? But it shows the rest of the scoreboard or not? Alright, just pull it down for a minute, I'll be there. Seems to be the story of our problem. All the scoreboards don't want to play nice. So we got that one to work. We got that one to work. No audio from either field. I leave that to be the sound. If I go here, with your audio, I turn this on the line one. What that is? I got audio here, but I don't have audio for that. Oh no.
You just did it.
Okay. That was weird.
It's not giving the same audio.
No, I just pulled it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. All we want to do is
This is the simplest way I think we're doing it. They need to know how many times we run the ads. And there's no ad tracker anyway we can do that.
Okay.
So what I'm thinking is 15 ads. If you run them half time and two games, and you just run them sequentially, just under the first, go to two, go to three, just back to back, work your way through. Every time you hit, you play the first ad, make a note of the time when you ad.
Okay.
And then I can look at their sheet at the end of the day and say, okay. So and the first ad ran at 11 o'clock again.
Yeah.
And again, that's the one. So we ran the 15 ads for that being 11 o'clock.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yeah.
I take one like that.
There's actually headphones in one of those. There's 2 bins over there, so you can check your audio back and forth.
And I don't have any input audio in this headset, should I?
No.
Okay. But I also don't see any bars for the line 1. I've only got it for these.
So is that because you're deep? Well, that's really strange. Why would you have
there's one
clapping.
dude that's happy
It's my
that he's at
favorite
Big
guy.
O.
It's gonna be my favorite all day.
That guy. I didn't
He
even see
doesn't
who it
know,
was.
but we're best friends.
I
He's
didn't
in the
see-
gray. He's ignoring us now.
Okay, well, look at this. Everybody's getting to the track. We're going to go through the... There we go. We're going to go through the roster. They're about to start. On the line, we've got Mr. Testosterone going up against Dr. B to start this game. Up at the pivot line, there's already some action happening as the teams are vying for position for the start whistle. Do one roster during the first pause and then move to it. And the first whistle of the game on track 2 goes, and Mr. Testosterone and Dr. B go right into the pack.
Of course, for those of you tuning in, the Vancouver Murder are in black and red, Lane County Concussion in neon green.
Mr. T out of the pack first will get lead for the Vancouver Murder. Mr. T, an import down up to Vancouver from the United States. He's been practicing with them for a few months now and lives up in Prince George, British Columbia.
Looks like it's going to turn into a power jam for Lane County. It's being called off for blocking out a play.
And Dr. B having a hard time getting through the pack. Vancouver Murder, strong walls up there, full of blockers that are competent. And if I look at the names, those are names I recognize from Team Canada. The Men's Roller Derby World Cup happening in Calgary, Alberta this summer. And Dr. B not getting anywhere against this Vancouver crew.
Dr. B gets knocked into the inside. He's going to recycle back to the back.
Yep. But it is not acknowledged. I mean, they've seen it.
So that was a great penalty kill by the Vancouver Murder. Power jam is over. Mr. T is back on the track, picking up 5 big points right as Tickborn gets called off.
Mr. T? Tickborn?
We stopped at a rest stop to smoke a cigarette, and he was just like randomly there.
And the first jam coming to its natural end. 3 on the board at the last second for Mr. T.
So that was a 13-point jam for the Murder.
Okay, going to the rosters. Let me give you Vancouver Murder's roster. Double O is Bennett. 110, Mr. Testosterone. 111, Payne Threatsky. Number 12, Walker. And back to the track, we've got Lodge on the track with the star.
Woo.
For Vancouver. He is through and has lead.
Just running along that outside, you find a hole and you take it.
And look at that, Lodge with the star on his helmet is going to the penalty box. That's going to put Lane County out on a power jam.
This is a power jam and going to be to the full 2 minutes as lead jammer has gone to the box. Murder, of course, going to try to do the penalty kill once again. Tickborn knocking Grimes out to the outside. He doesn't have to come in terribly far back, and he's almost made his way through. Gets knocked into the inside. Comes through without cut. That is 4 points on the board for Lane County Concussion.
Little no pass, no penalty on that as Gordon Walker knocked him out but went down, putting himself out of play, and he stepped right back on the track. Lodge, having served his penalty, is back on the track, and Svensson puts Grimes down but picks up a direction of gameplay penalty, heads to the penalty box. Oh, forearm on Grimes.
It's going to turn into a power jam for the Murder. Grimes is being sent to the box for a forearm.
And Lodge coming around again, going into the pack to pick up some points. He gets knocked out by Lane County, and the jam comes to its natural conclusion once again. Points right now.
So it's a 10-point jam for the murder, 12-point jam for concussion. Right now the score is 23-12.
Okay, back to the roster. We've got 141 Collins, 17 Zimmer, Nelson, Mimero, Svensson, Standaside, Tischborn, Kremley, and Lodge for the Vancouver Murder. We will do the Lane County in a minute once this jam comes to an end. And with the star on, you've got Kremley, Budakra out there as he gets out, gets lead. Someone lost their bracelet. Yeah. Budakra pushing his way to the limit, but gets taken out
So close.
as Grimes is still fighting the Vancouver Murder blocking line to get through and out of the pack to pick up some points. But excellent waterfalling by the Vancouver defense is not allowing that to happen. Standaside with a big hit and a miss allows Grimes to get through the pack. Gremley calls off the jam, picks up 5 points. Someone dropped the bracelet on the track. Don't let the security catch it and keep you off the track. That'd be a power catch.
Run through the concussion roster really quick. We got Dragon Ball, Multiclass, Inspector Spaceman, Tim Buckyu, X, Crime and Punishment, Swagger, Starter Pepper, Hot Fuzz, James Reigns, Dr. B, YB Normal, and Guns of Roxton.
The area's platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section,
And Sergeant Pepper out of the pack first. Will
increased
pick up
toe
lead.
stop clamping power,
Mimero also out of the pack,
winged truck
jamming for Vancouver
with split
Murder.
cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius
Pepper
Platinum
into the pack, hits
performance
it, calls off the jam,
redefined.
Picks up 1 point on that pass.
I love teamwork when it comes naturally, and it's almost like your teammate is an extension of your own
Current
body.
score is Vancouver
That
Murder
anticipation.
28, Lane County Concussion 13.
You work cerebrally through
Got about
strategy
22-ish
and
minutes left
skills,
in this
and
half.
suddenly you're out
And a
there
revisit
making
of the first jam of the game. We've got Dr. B on the line against Mr. Testosterone, Mr. T for short, if you want to save all those extra syllables. And Mr. T out of the pack will pick up lead for the Vancouver Murder.
Five points picked up by Mr. T.
Oh, Mr. T trying to take the inside line, does not succeed.
Not having it.
So when I first went into Fast Girl Skates, it was like being a kid in a
I
candy
skate
shop.
on the Antic Era 1 boot with Crazy Venus plates and Adam D-Rod wheels.
As I've grown as a skater, Fast Girl has also helped my skates to grow with me.
What's your favorite thing that you got at the store?
Probably my gear.
I'm Doubled Megs, and I'm a Fast Girl.
I'm Vex Factor, and I'm a fast girl.
I'm a Salted Peanut, and I'm a Fast Girl.
And I'm from Jeremiah and I'm a fast girl.
You can be a fast girl too.
5 points, and there has been a star pass.
Skaters, lost your mouth guard? Hit this.
Time for an
I thought he was
upgrade?
just trying to
Hit
bust up that
this.
3-wall.
New to
He's
Derby
trying to
and
bust
not
up
sure
that
where
3-wall
to
so he
start?
can get through.
Hit
There
this.
you go.
We are Derby owned and operated with
Score
6
right
years of
now.
experience. Hit This Derby gear can hook you up with
Awkwardly
skates,
over
gear,
here.
and honest
20-36
advice based on
left
your
in
skating
the
style and
first half,
individual
43
needs.
to 13
Visit
for
us at our
Vancouver.
store in
That's
Salem,
30-point
Oregon,
difference
or online at
for all you Mathews out there,
www.hitThisDerbyGear.com.
not usually one,
Whether
but
you are a new
Are
or
you
veteran
proud
skater,
with your
before
math
you hit the
wizardry?
I'm
track,
pretty proud that
hit
it's like easy
this.
numbers. Keep it like that, guys. Then
Hi
I'll sound
folks,
smarter.
Scald Eagle here. Have you had a chance to take a look at the new Bonk Quadstar
Lodge
skate?
out there on
The
the line
boots are
for the
ultra
murder.
lightweight with no break-in period, and are great for
Grimes
skaters with
once
skinnier
again
ankles.
for concussion.
They also
It's gonna
have a
be
100%
Lodge taking
Australian
lead
full
jammer
grain leather
status.
outer and a completely
Excellent move by
heat-moldable hand-laid
multi-class
fiberglass
as
base.
his
Get that
jammer
premium performance
was
without
getting
the
pushed
premium
out by
price tag.
Svensson.
Boom.
He
Come
knocked
over to the
Svensson
Bonk
out of
booth
the
right
pack,
now
putting him out
and
of
check
play,
out this
letting
rad
his
new
jammer
skate.
through and out of the pack. And Lodge
At Roller Derby Athletics, we take the guesswork out of off-skate training so you can focus on being fierce. We help you transform your game without a lot of time or equipment. With 5 training programs plus all-star memberships, there's an option to suit every athlete. And we train skaters worldwide with high-quality video instruction and online support. At Roller Derby Athletics, we empower you to be safe, strong, and unstoppable. Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program. Roller Derby Athletics takes the guesswork out of off-skate training, helping you become safe, strong, and unstoppable. Here's what skaters from around the world are saying.
Lots of great advice and things that helped me after I broke my ankle and had
I've lost 90 pounds and discovered my A game. Love that site and the
Rehab
workouts.
has been amazing. It's really worth the investment in the
Booty
program.
Quick rocks. You won't regret the investment.
Want to see for yourself? Sign up today for our free Basics Builder program and transform your game with Roller Derby Athletics.
Hey, this is Dan from S1 Helmets. We're in the testing lab today testing helmets to see if they pass the multiple impact certification test. We're going to be testing 3 helmets today. There's a soft foam helmet with EVA foam and a terry cloth liner. There's a hockey helmet with triple density EVA foam. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS fusion foam. All 3 of these helmets are marketed as multiple impact helmets. We're going to test all of them today and see which ones actually pass the test. The multiple impact test is when we drop a helmet to achieve a velocity of 4.57 meters per second. This simulates a 10-mile-an-hour impact or a 4-foot drop. The same helmet is tested 3 times in the same location. The helmet must reduce the energy pulse to under 300 Gs each time. Anything over 300 Gs can result in a traumatic brain injury or severe concussion. In summary, the soft foam helmet with EVA foam and the hockey helmet with triple density foam did not pass the multiple impact test. The S1 Lifer helmet with EPS fusion foam did pass the multiple impact test.
Jersey. You're welcome.
Some serious hits happening out there on the track. Both very strong teams, very strong blocking lines. Neither jammer able to get through. Mimero doing a straightaway, a jump on the straightaway, a la Scald Eagle. He watched that video.
A lot of very impressive people in roller derby. This was definitely a proud moment for me, wearing the black, white, and red.
I care about this thing more than I care about any other article of clothing in my wardrobe.
This represents to me like 7 years of blood, sweat, and tears.
Glitter is fun and hardcore. I've learned that it's hardcore. My uniform is always in pristine condition.
My truck is purple, my shoes are purple, my underwear are purple.
Takes a lot of drive and a lot of passion to keep going in roller derby.
Sometimes when you play roller derby, you're just kind of like, why am I doing this? This is so weird.
I just can't imagine that I'd get more kicks like playing golf than I do hitting a, you know? Feels good.
My name is Rachel Rotten.
My name is Midge Wilhelm.
I'm Fifi Nomenon.
I'm Jackie Daniels.
My name's Steph Maney.
Hi, I'm Scald Eagle.
And S1.
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 And S1 is part of my uniform.
Grime out there.
A
clear path through the pack almost never exists. So we fight and make our own.
The pack is speeding up. And that's how you do it. That's how you keep the team from getting any points against you. Is you speed up and you keep the jammer from picking up those points.
Oh, let's see what it comes up. Oh. Well, it was awesome to watch.
It was nice. He got 0 points on it.
Tried to jump the apex, landed on his knees, though. 0 points accrued there. 2 more points on the board.
Mr. T picked up 2 points from Vancouver as well as he went through. And that wasn't the skating of the mountain. He wanted to win as he's on the line, we've got Lodge going up against
The area's platinum is packed with new features. Reinforced toe section. Increased toe stop clamping power.
getting through. Meanwhile, Lodge out of the pack picks up the lead.
Winged truck with split cushion design for easy assembly and installation. The new Arius Platinum performance redefined.
On a power jam as he picks up 5 points.
I
for
love
Vancouver.
teamwork when it comes naturally, and it's almost like your teammate is an extension of your own body. That anticipation, where you've worked cerebrally through strategy and skills.
Some hard
and
hits, but
suddenly
they're still
you have
smiling,
it,
right?
and it all comes
It's okay as long as they're still smiling.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Everything's
Exactly.
all right.
Walker and Timbuktu bumping into each other. I believe there was some Canadian, hey, let me help you up kind of thing.
Right.
And then they realized that that's actually a penalty if you touch a down skater.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You can get.
Let me help you up,
Yeah,
friend.
help me up. If you touch a down skater, that is a penalty. Looks like Collins going to the penalty box, not too happy about that. And Pepper back out on the track, in and through the pack, will finally get out. Meanwhile, Lodge sneaking through, looking.
Lodge waited for him to come right to the back of the pack. Called it off.
Remember those emotions I was talking about? As Lodge does the seagull move with his arms,
He's just
looks
like-
to the bench coach, looks at the opposing team's jammer, and waits just as he gets in to destroy that morale.
Well, he was coming up on his own guys anyway.
I've yet to see it, but someone needs to do a roller derby article on the psychological impact in derby. Playing the mind game of derby. We all do it. It's commonly done. But no one's actually discussed the fact that there is a mental game to roller derby. Psyching out your opponent is key sometimes.
So I don't know if you've noticed, but after Derby, many of you smell like corn chips and death. We can fix that with Notorious RAD. Notorious Gear Deodorant by Notorious RAD. Smell clean even if you play dirty.
Corn chips.
I don't know, maybe it's just me.
Her helper did get in trouble, so she's being sent to the box.
Mini Massacre just laying on Rose City's defense at the back of the pack. And it is gonna be Desi Clark earning lead jammer status for the Axles of Annihilation in the first jam of this period. That's number 7-9 Lives, giving Desi Clark a little bit of a hard time there as she exited the pack. She was able to put 4 points on the board for Rose City. Sideswipe there by Impending Doom. Doesn't face Desi Clark. She puts 5 points on the board for Rose City Axles of Annihilation, looking to further increase that point lead that they accrued in the first period. Texas able to put 4 points up on the board there at the end of that jam. 12-point jam, though, by the Axles of Annihilation, further increasing that lead to 17. We are going to have an official timeout. That official timeout is going to be brought to you by the Eugene Weekly. Eugene Weekly proudly supports Emerald City Roller Derby. Emerald City Roller Derby, our hosts here in Eugene, Oregon. Thank you so much, Emerald City Roller Derby, for putting on this amazing tournament. We do have a little bit of a score correction there at the end. 70 for Axles of Annihilation, adding one more. Heather Stevens for the Axles of Annihilation, trying to push her way through the back of the pack, forced to recycle on the inside. Meanwhile, Allie Oops at the front of the pack, going chest forward. And she does earn lead jammer status. Heather Stevens being sent out on a track cut, making this a power jam for the firing squad. Let's see if Allie Oops can take advantage of that power jam to close that point gap.
Yes, now's the time to start keeping track of where your offensive help is at. That Rose City wall is not going to be easy to get by. She's going to need all help she can get, and she gets a lot of it. Can't quite get past that last blocker there on the inside line. Didn't want to keep trying to fight for it. Calls that one off. 3 points awarded to Texas.
Allie Oops gonna let Gravy Baby take over on a power start.
A very brief power start, if you notice the...
Absolutely, Heather Stevens still in the box, but does not look to have much time left. Penalty box empty now. All team members on the track that are supposed to be. Heather Stevens coming out as lead jammer. Really making up for that penalty there and that power jam that happened. Gravy Baby definitely able to make her way out. Heather Stevens, though, listening to her bench coach, calling it off, holding Texas firing squad to 0 while she puts 4 on the board for Rose City.
Looks like out there on the line for Rose City, we got Tegan and Scaria. She's going to be trying to fight her way through that pack. And also Babyface Assassin for Texas Rollergirls.
We definitely see some regular jammer rotations from these teams, and these jammer rotations have proven effective for both teams across the board. It is Tegan and Scaria, though, that is gonna go to the penalty box on a track cut, giving an opportunity to Babyface Assassin.
And Babyface Assassin is assessed a forearm. So she's going to be sent to the box as well. We're going to have a little bit of a jammer switcheroo.
Switcheroo indeed, as Tegan and Scaria is released from the penalty box, and she hits the back of the Texas defense hard. Axles of Annihilation working and giving her a little bit of offense. With both jammers having reported to the box, this is gonna be a 2-minute jam. It's gonna be a points-a-thon. Rose City assuming that V three-person defense. And Babyface Assassin gonna be sent to the penalty box on a low block call, giving Tegan and Scaria the opportunity of a power jam. She does take advantage. It puts 5 points on the board for Rose City.
All right, that was that full 2 minutes on the end of that jam. 5 points were awarded to Tegan and Scaria right there at the end. Rose City definitely made some adjustments here at halftime. Sitting at Rose City 84, Texas 55. A little bit of a gap opened up by Rose City. Desi Clark for Rose City, making it through that pack. Grand Slam awarded to her. That's 5 points up on the board for Rose City.
And a nice whip there off of her teammate. That's Cooper. Desi Clark with another 4 points for Rose City. Desi Clark seeing that inside line, taking advantage. 5 points on the board for Rose City. Babyface Assassin being forced to recycle back behind the pack. Desi Clark fighting hard against Sandy Ravage. Mary Easy Livin'.
Ooh, nice little dip there on that outside line, making herself really small out there, missing that blocker trying to sweep out and get her. Babyface Assassin finally getting out of that pack. Desi Clark realizing that, didn't want her to score any points, called that one off.
You know, something that both of these teams have in common is that their fans are some of the strongest and most passionate fans in roller derby. So if you're a fan of Texas Rollergirls Firing Squad, let me hear you. I know you're here. There you are. And if you're here to support the Axles of Annihilation, where are you guys? Oh boy.
Hey, they're right over there.
You're all over there. You're
Yeah,
so
they're all over
small. Hi, guys. So, but no, absolutely every tournament that these teams go to, their fans are 110% behind their ladies every day, 24/7. And we could not do this, and they could not do this without y'all's support. So give yourselves a round of applause, please. Y'all are awesome. No, seriously, clap for yourselves. Yay.
All right, looks like that timeout is finally used up. We're gonna get back to the action here. We're gonna have Mini Massacre going up against Heather Stevens out there. Heather Stevens making some quick work out of that pack. It's gonna be your lead jammer, cruising right around the track here to start scoring some points.
And Heather Stevens exits turn 4, putting 5 points up on the board for Rose City. Mini Massacre, though, wasting no time. Coming up on the back of the pack, Heather Stevens. Again, more coaching from her bench, calling it off before Mini Massacre can score any points. And we do have an official review by Rose City Axles of Annihilation. This official review is going to be brought to you by Flat Mat Yoga. Think you don't like yoga? Flat Mat Yoga might change your mind. Yoga for roller derby bodies, schedule, and budget. Want to skate longer, harder, and with less pain? Time to get on the yoga mat with Flat Mat. While we're in the middle of this official review, I thought it'd be fun to go over a little bit of statistics, because who doesn't love statistics? The number of officials, since this is an official review, that it takes to do Big O 2016 is 130. That means there's 130 people out there in stripes and wearing pink this weekend out there to make this weekend happen. Please join me in giving a round of applause for our officials.
Yes, thank you, officials. It's very important that they're out here working hard so that all these beautiful ladies can have all the derby fun that they want.
Not just ladies, the gentlemen this weekend,
Oh,
and
yes.
the juniors too.
Oh yes, all of them.
All right, we have the word. The official review is regarding a no call on Texas's jammer. It was stated that their jammer did cut one of Rose City's blockers. However, the officials got together, discussed it, and the blocker in question had been issued a penalty. Therefore, the no call will stand, and Rose City will lose their official review. Texas, though, coming out with alley-oops, earning lead jammer status, takes the inside line, no hesitation, 5 points on the board for Texas. This next jam is going to have Gravy Baby on the line for the firing squad and Desi Clark for the Axles of Annihilation. Both of these walls standing strong.
Yes, the pack right now is moving very slow. Both teams doing a great job holding up.
But it is Gravy Baby who earns lead jammer status for Texas. Desi Clark trying to take advantage of the breakup in the pack from that. She is again trapped behind a Texas defensive wall. Gravy Baby being forced to recycle on the outside, turn 2. And with the no pack call, they do force Desi Clark through. Gravy Baby with a little word from her coach. She does put 2 points on the board and is able to keep the Axles of Annihilation from putting any more points up on the board.
Up next, we got Heather Stevens out there for Rose City's Axles of Annihilation. And we got Mini Massacre for the firing squad. Both jammers pushing their walls towards each other. Got a little bit of a mashup of teams out there.
There was definitely a little bit of a cluster now, but it does seem to look like both teams have kind of straightened out. And for that, that is going to be Mini Massacre as lead jammer for Texas. Texas picking up a little bit of momentum now. Mini Massacre with 4 points on the board for Texas.
Starting to chip away at that lead. Still got plenty of time to do it. We got just over 16 minutes left in this second half. So I got a lot of time to put some points up on that scoreboard.
Alley-oops wearing the start for Texas. And that is Tegan and Scaria as lead jammer for Rose City.
Tegan and Scary getting a little bit of offensive help, making it through that pack. 4 points for Tegan and Scary. She's going to call that one off before Alley-oops can get to the back of that pack to start scoring any points.
I think we're seeing a little bit more of a technical game now that we're kind of coming down on the last 25% of this game. Both teams playing very smart, playing defensively, but playing strong.
The last thing you want is to give a power jam to either one of these teams. We've only seen 2 so far this whole game, so overall it's been very, very clean. Nobody's really in penalty trouble, I don't think.
Nine-one for Virgo Vengeful being sent out on a direction of gameplay penalty while Desi Clark continues to push hard into the back of Texas's wall. And with that penalty, she is able to move forward. However, not before Babyface Assassin does earn lead jammer. She sees Desi Clark coming and says, no, I think we can do this again. Gravy Baby taking a little bit of a running start there, but it is Heather Stevens who's going to earn lead jammer status, able to push just right on through there. Heather Stevens able to put 3 points up on the board for Rose City. Axles of Annihilation. Tegan and Scaria are going to wear the star for Rose City. Let's see if she can keep that momentum going as Mini Massacre backs herself up off the jam line a little bit.
Again, getting herself a little bit of a running start. We saw it earlier. It worked to her advantage before. Those are some big blockers out there compared to her size, though. Very hard to push through. And it is going to be Tegan and Scaria for Rose City is going to be your lead jammer. Mini Massacre still trying to fight her way through this pack. It's only got 2 to go.
That's Juke Newcomb and Macy Darden, I believe, giving her the business through the apex. Axles of Annihilation able to put 3 points on the board for their efforts. Rose City content, get their points, call it off. Get the points, call it off.
Looks like we got an official timeout. Getting a little something off the track.
The next whistle will start the jam as Allie Oops wears the star for Texas and Desi Clark wears the star for Rose City. Allie Oops pushing firmly, drawing a penalty. She is going to earn lead jammer status for Texas.
Alley-oops cruising right on by on that outside line. 5 points awarded.
Alley-oops taking advantage of Rose City's blockers being in the box. She puts 4 more points up on the board, making that a 9-point jam for Alley-oops.
Again, like I said, Texas chipping away at that lead. Just got a little over 10 minutes left in this second half. Looks like we got Babyface Assassin out there again for Texas. And we got Heather Stevens out there for Rat City, or Rose City, sorry.
And finally, as we come into the second apex, it is Babyface Assassin that holds lead jammer status. And it is going to be a power jam. Thank you, Ramon.
I just wanted to make sure everybody knew it was a power jam. There's a great momentum shift right here if she can capitalize on it. That was another 5 points awarded. Babyface Assassin, she's going to get some offensive help. Trying to rack up some of those points, close this gap out. Looks back over her shoulder, sees that opposing jammer standing in the box, calls it off.
Gravy Baby gonna be the one to wear the star for the power start for Texas. Gravy the Baby is, though, forced to start over and recycle all the way to the back, while Heather Stevens pushes her way forward and does earn lead jammer status for Rose City Axles of Annihilation. Heather Stevens with a toe stop walk on the inside line. 5 points, Rose City.
Yeah, Heather Stevens all day today has been doing a really great job at just pushing her way through those walls, seeing where her help is coming from, and just going all out for all these gaps and stuff that she's being given.
Heather Stevens erring on the side of caution, going ahead and calling off that jam, but not before putting 4 more points up on the board for the Axles of Annihilation. We are under 8 minutes going into the jam 17 of the second period of this first game on track 3 of the next 3 days of Derby.
That's the great thing about the Big O. Just keeps on going and going and going.
Tegan and Scary are wearing the star for Rose City. And that is number 3, Mini Massacre on the line. Tegan and Scary, though, on the inside line, earning lead jammer status. Tegan and Scary trying to do a little bit of lateral movement there. It is going to pay off. 3 points. Rose City, 2 points, though, going to Texas and Mini Massacre. Desi Clark wearing the star for Rose City, and that is Alley Oops for Texas. Both of these women seasoned in their rotations. Desi Clark showing it. Lead jammer status for Rose City.
Texas doing a good job trying to help their jammer through, realizing that Clark's back to the back of that pack, and they're going to start playing defensively here. Aren't quite able to stop her. That is going to be a 5-point natural grand slam given to Clark.
Pack speed has slowed as defense is activated. We see this every few jams where these 3 walls just lock up and the pack speed drops to a crawl. Impending doom, though, doing her best to shake that up a little bit. Desi Clark being called out on a forearm penalty, giving Texas a power jam. Alley Oops able to make her initial pass. We'll see how much she can take advantage of the situation.
Seemed to have done pretty well in that one. She managed to tiptoe her way on that outside line, scoring those 5 points in a very quick manner.
I was gonna say, very cautiously, very aware of that outside line is Alley Oops. Same again there, except on the inside. Very aware of where those wheels are placed as the jam comes to its natural conclusion. That's gonna be a 10-point jam for the Texas firing squad and Alley Oops. They've closed the gap to 47, a gap that has increased since the halftime. But as both of these teams have found their rhythm, the increase hasn't been too substantial. We do have a team timeout by Texas, only the second timeout called.
During this time, we'd like to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, S1 Helmets. Get your league on track so you can focus on skating. 1, make S1 the best helmet and pads for roller derby. Introduce the S1 Pro knee pads, thoughtfully designed with comfort, durability, and function in mind. Over 25 combined years on track derby experience. Head over to sincityskates.com if you're interested in purchasing any of those S1 helmets.
Both of these jammers, no strangers to the jam line. That is going to be Heather Stevens for Rose City, Axles of Annihilation.
And it's going to be 410, Babyface Assassin out there for Texas.
Heather Stevens, though, able to earn lead jammer status fairly quickly before the pack even moved past the pivot line. A little bit of a burst of energy there right at the beginning of this jam. Now again, we see those defenses sit in place, really slowing the pace. Heather Stevens on the outside, 5 points, Rose City. Jam is called up with 2 additional points for Rose City and 1 on the board for Texas. Number 33, Gravy Baby, gonna try and pick up where Babyface Assassin left off there. Tegan and Scaria, though, looking to extend that lead that Rose City has developed. And we do have an official timeout on the track. A very quick official timeout. Tegan and Scaria with a little bit of offensive help there by Mrs. Dr. Joseph L. Simonis.
And some very nice footwork on the outside there by number 33, that's Gravy Baby on that outside line. Managed to hold on just with 1 skate on the track, but that's all she needed. She managed to skate by and get that lead jammer. Four points awarded to Gravy Baby for Texas.
Desi Clark and Mini Massacre on the line for their respective teams. Both of these jammers have similar styles. Mini Massacre, though, looking to take advantage of a little bit of a running start. She is, however, pushed to the inside. And Desi Clark sliding through, lead jammer Rose City. little bit of a cluster there at the end, but Rose City does put 2 points up on the board to Texas's 4. And Texas is going to take their remaining team timeout.
Yeah, trying to do their best to stop that clock. We are under 1 minute left in the second half.
Texas, though, still retaining their official review. Rose City with all 3 of their team timeouts intact. This team timeout is going to be brought to you by the Wild Duck Cafe. Visit the Wild Duck Cafe for fresh made sandwiches, salads, snacks, coffee, as well as your favorite beverage. Visit the Lobby Grill for traditional burgers, fries, and hot dogs, though. New, though, is the Buffalo Tempeh Wraps and fish tacos. Delicious. A lot of shuffling on the line as this team timeout comes to a close. Heather Stevens going to don the star again for Rose City Axles of Annihilation. The firing squad has put alley-oops on the line. Whistle is blown, alley-oops, toe-stopping her way around on the inside. She does earn lead jammer status.
This is exactly what Texas needed if they wanted to try and close this gap a little bit more. Nice footwork on that outside line by alley-oops. She's gonna call that jam off. Then Texas is gonna take their official review, I think more as a timeout than an actual review, to stop that clock at 16 seconds.
16 seconds, that means we will see another jam. This has been such a hard-fought game all morning. What a great day to start this day of Derby on track 3 here in Eugene, Oregon at the Big O. That's hashtag Big O 2016, hashtag the Big O 2016, hashtag satisfaction guaranteed. I'm satisfied.
Hashtag I love Derby.
And the team timeout has officially come to a close. The official review used as a team timeout. And they're off like a herd of turtles. Gravy Baby pushed to the outside, able to recycle back inward. She is going to be lead jammer for Texas. Tegan and Scary are forced to recycle on the inside, but hits the back of the pack hard. Not to be outdone, Gravy Baby toe-stopping it again on that outside line as she makes her way out of the pack. 4 points on the board for Texas. Pack speed greatly increasing. Gravy Baby with 5 on the board for Texas. Tegan and Scary being drawn all the way back to the back of the pack as Gravy Baby pushed to the outside on the apex. She's going to recycle as well. Pack moves all the way back into the straightaway.
Gravy Baby using her own blockers to her advantage, kind of shucking off some of the Rose City blockers on them. Manages to get by for another 5 points.
She takes the inside line. Gravy Baby with an additional 5 points for Texas.
Closing that gap little by little. Gravy Baby making it by again for Texas. That's another 5 points up on the board.
And the jam comes to a conclusion. That is our unofficial final. As our officials confirm the score, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us on track 3. Coming up next is going to be the B teams for Denver and Angel City. They're going to get started at noon, so hang out with us. But for now, those of you in-house, please join me in congratulating Rose City Axles of Annihilation.
Make sure you announce that we need the MVPs right away. Yeah, that's. I was just gonna do. We don't have the cards though. They were in this folder. Are they? So I was just gonna. I will try to go find you some. Last two are good. Yes. I meant to come and see your butt.
And it is official. Rose City Axles of Annihilation 160, Texas Firing Squad 139. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking the Texas Firing Squad.
Okay. All right, now each of you teams, both Rose and Texas, need to decide an MVP very quickly.
That's right, coaches and players of this game. Captains, if you will choose an MVP, there is some voting to happen. We will need that to be reported to us so that those MVPs can play in our MVP game Sunday night. So teams, please make sure you come on up here and take care of that voting. Again, stay tuned. Coming up at noon, Denver versus Angel City B teams. My name is Shady Hawkins. I've been joined today by the stunning Makey Ramones and his amazing jacket.
My girlfriend made me this jacket. It's very special, and it's awesome.
It is awesome. Thank you again, Ramon. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you again here on track 3 at the Big O 2016 at 12 o'clock.